Okay, cats. Today I want to talk to you about what happens to your record when you send it to the radio station. I've been around different radio stations for a lot of years and I see the same things all the time. And that is, you're probably just like me, an independent musician. You want to get your music played on the radio, and so or you're a record company and you want those records played on the radio, and you send that thing to the radio station, and you got your CD, right? And you send it in, and they're like, oh, Swamp Dweller, I wonder what this is. And that's the end of it, man. Serious. You might get a listen, but if you do, the listen will be like maybe the first song and maybe the first 30 seconds of the first song. That's what you get. And I swear that the decision making about whether your music gets played on the radio is up to one person, and that is the program director. And you know, art is really subjective, and I've got to say, you know, this is not about how good your music is. It's about whether one person just decides, you know, that they like it, or they don't, or it just gets tossed. And it gets tossed. When I mean it gets tossed, you know, like that stuff just gets taken to the Goodwill, or it gets donated, or it gets taken to I don't know. Or I don't know what record stations do. Maybe they trade all their things in. Regardless. So, here's what to do about it. And this is what you can do. Let me back up for a second. Don't send your record to the record station unless you either know the program director or forget it. But here's what you can do. Try to get in touch with one of the jocks, with one of the DJs, with one of the hosts of the shows, and try to connect with somebody. Listen to their show. You know, find a show that you like and listen to it, and then connect with that host and say, hey, I checked out your show, I got this cool record. I got the cool Swamp Dweller record. I made it, like 10 years ago, but it's a great record. I think that you would like it. Can I send it to you? That's the way you get your music played on the radio. And otherwise, you might as well make your CD. Otherwise, you might as well make your CD. And if you think that you can just get on the radio without knowing anybody, forget it. I see my friends, records get tossed aside, and the records are excellent. The music is excellent. And if you're a jazz singer, especially, oh God, I can't tell you how many independent records come into jazz radio stations from independent singers. It's unbelievable. So if you sing standards, jazz standards, or something like that, it better be really, really, really interesting, or unique, or something, or you better have a unique spin on the situation, because all of these records are getting tossed, and some great artists too, and and what you need to understand really is that on the radio is about numbers. It's about listenership. And program directors are looking for the thing that is popular. You know, the music that is, that's hot, you know, that people are talking about, who's coming to the festival. But for independent artists, unless you have been doing this a long time, it's just really difficult. So that's my advice. You know, and if you don't know anybody, start listening to programs, you know. Start listening to radio, you know, internet radio. Find out what people are doing and what they're playing. You know, this is the exact reason why, you know, jazz radio is not playing Eric Dolphy, you know, and Ross on Roland Kirk, you know, and Nina Simone, etc., etc. So, because that's not what sells. But that's what we should be listening to. And we should be listening to your records. You know, the art that you worked so damned hard to make. I get it. You know, I see my friends' records in the bin, in like the 50-cent bin. You know, and I scoop them up, man. I buy them. And they're it's almost embarrassing. I would never even tell my friends that. Hey man, you know, like, I found your record in the 50-cent bin at the, you know, at the Goodwill bins. Man, what a drag. Anyway, so that's my advice to you. And it's a brutal scene. It's a brutal scene, the radio thing. So let's do what we can to help each other, you know, and get that music actually played, right? All right, folks. Bright moments. Have a great day. Cheers.